Hey everyone, Katie Enos here. Today we are going to be talking about earning the LIPS trip. LIPS stands for the League of Independent Personal Sponsors, and it is one of the 2 vacations that you can earn through Senegence. Basically, the LIPS trip is based on personal sponsoring. Now, the qualification periods for the LIPS trip run from October 1st to the following September 30th. So you have that whole entire year to earn your trip. So like I said, the qualification period starts on October 1st and runs through September 30th. The way that you earn the trip is by earning points. Now, this point system in the back office is going to be called DV. So the way that you can earn the trip is by earning contest points called DV, which stands for distributor value. You earn these points by personally recruiting, personally sponsoring, you personally signing up downline. So you personally sign up downline on your first line. You can also earn points from your second line, which are the people that your first line recruits. 1 PV value is equal to 1 DV value. So it's really easy to keep track. 1 PV equals 1 DV. 50 PV equals 50 DV. You only earn points from those in your country, those people that you sponsor in your country. There is no compression. So if you sign up a girl and she quits, but she's signed up a ton of people, they don't compress up to be your first line to count for the trip. So you still have to personally sponsor. The maximum earning potential from each distributor is 1,500 DV. So 1,500 PV ordered each quarter. So if you sign someone up in October, the very beginning of the qualification period, and they order 1,500 PV each quarter or each month or whatever you out at 1,500 PV per distributor per quarter. So essentially you could earn a max of 6,000 PV for that one distributor that you signed up, because you earn 1,500 PV first quarter, 15 the second quarter, 15 the third quarter, and 15 the fourth quarter, which is going to equal 6,000 PV per distributor. That is why signing people up in October, November, and December is crucial to earning the LIPS trip. So to earn the trip for yourself, you have to earn 50,000 DV. So 50,000 points from just your first line. So that's why they teach us to build our first line wide and strong. You earn 50,000 points throughout that entire year, all from your first line. Now, to be able to earn the trip for you and a guest, you want to earn 100 DV, but 50 of that has to be from your first line to earn the trip for you, and then the second 50,000 DV can be from your first or your second line. So either one of those lines can count towards the trip for your guest. Now, all of this is explained in the back office. So if you do have any questions, you can log into your back office and go to Distributor Dashboard, and on the left-hand side of the page, it will say LIPS trip, whatever year it is. So right now we are in the LIPS trip 2017-2018 year, which when we earn that trip, we will be going to Sydney, Australia in January of 2019. I'm so excited. I've never been to Australia before. So we are currently in that year earning that trip to Sydney, Australia. We just started, so now is the time to build in order to go to Australia. It's all in your back office, and it actually is even like laid out for you. It tells you how many more points you need. It lays out each distributor that you've signed up and how much PV they have ordered per month. And it also tells you how much they've ordered per quarter, so you can know if you've maxed out on a certain distributor or not. Basically, the best way to earn this trip is sponsor, sponsor, sponsor. You want to personally sponsor as many people as you possibly can and teach them how to sell our amazing products. I do have a couple tips for you in order to get you to earn this trip. There's some things to do daily, there's some things to do weekly, there's some things to do monthly, and there are some things that you do have to do every year. So keep on watching so you can find out those tricks, those tips, those things to do. Gosh. So as soon as you finish watching this video, I want you to do one thing. I want you to go sit down and write down your goals. Daily goals, monthly goals, weekly goals, long-term goals, whatever they may be, I want you to write them down. You need to have a clear vision of what you want. For me, it's earning this trip. I want to earn the LIPS trip to Australia. So I'm going to write that down as a clear goal. But because that's so far in the future, I also need to narrow it down to things to do daily, things that I need to do weekly, things that I need to do monthly, and things that I need to do yearly so that I can earn this trip. You need to have a clear vision of what you want to do. Now remember, a goal and a desire are two different things. A desire would be this trip. A desire is something that you don't have personal control over. So a desire is maybe ranking or earning this trip or making a certain amount of money. Now they sound like goals. I know they sound like goals, but goals are things that you personally can do and you have control over and you can make sure that they get done. So I'm going to give you some tips in here, things that you can do daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly that you have personal control over so that you can make sure that they get done. Your goals can be, here are some things that you want to do every single day. You want to cold message 2 to 4 people, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, email, however you want to message them. Message 2 to 4 people every single day. Now, I hate the word cold message. It sounds so like scripted and copy and paste. Please don't copy and paste. Give them a warm, a sincere reason why you think that they would do good at this business. Make sure you learn about them. Make sure you know about them. Make sure that the message is coming from your heart, but message 2 to 4 new people every single day. Wear your stripes wherever you go. You want to wow people? Wow, book, demo, direct. If you don't know what that is, go learn about it. Wow, book, demo, direct. It's the basics of this company, but wear your stripes. We have the easiest product to market, so wear your stripes every single day so that you can wow people on a daily basis. Okay, the third thing is follow up. The fortune is in the follow-up. You have to follow up with people. You have to follow up with people that you have previously talked about becoming a distributor, but maybe they just kind of put it off. Follow up with your customers. Follow up with everyone. The fortune is in the follow-up. Following up is so important because a lot of times it's not a no, but people just aren't thinking about it constantly. Signing up to be a Senegence distributor is not in the front of their mind constantly. And if you don't follow up with them, they are not going to remember it. But when you follow up, it puts it back into their mind. They will remember it. It still might not be the time, or maybe it is the time. Maybe they are ready and they will sign up right away, but you will never know unless you follow up. The fourth thing is please do not rely on social media. Social media is great, but it does not reach the entire demographic. It does not reach your entire possibility of customers, of downline distributors. You need to get out there. That's where wowing, booking, demoing, and directing come in. You have to wow people in person, not just online. You have to book parties with people, book demos with people, book one-on-ones with people, book shopping trips with people, whatever it may be, you need to book people in person. Demoing, that's when you go and you do the demo, you do the party, you do the demo, you do the one-on-one, you do the makeover, whatever it may be, demo the product. And then direct. So direct is when you direct them on how to be a customer or how to be a distributor, which that is what we want. You want to gain more distributors in order to earn this trip and then teach them how to sell as well. Next, there are 4 things that you should be doing every single week. The first is keep a weekly calendar. Sit down every Sunday, every Monday, whatever day works best for you. Sit down and make a plan. Plan out your days. Figure out what you need to do that week and when you're going to do them. When you have a plan in place, it is much easier to achieve your goal. The second thing to do is assess where you're at. Check that back office, check underneath the Lips Trip tab, and see where you're at and how close you are to achieving your goal, and make your adjustments as needed. The third thing is keep a game plan with the end goal in sight. Print off a picture of where the Lips Trip destination is going to be and tape that on your mirror. If that's your goal, you need to be able to see it and visualize it every single day. And then check in with your upline weekly, whether you've totally rocked this business and you've got it, or you need some help. Either way, you do need to be checking in with your upline because they can be your accountability partner. They can make sure that you are on track. They can cheer you on when you're doing well. They can give you a pep talk when you need one. Be sure to check in with your upline weekly because they are there for support. The next is monthly. Now, monthly is going to be very similar to weekly. You're going to sit down at the beginning of each month and decide what you need to get done that month. Write down important dates, important trips, important trainings, whatever you have going on. Make sure that your monthly calendar is filled out. The next thing is assessing where you're at. So see how far you came the last month, see how much farther you need to go, and make adjustments accordingly. Always make a game plan with your end goal in sight. Remember, we want to earn those big trips, those big incentives. We want to make it happen. So keep that in sight, but also set those smaller goals for yourself so that you can achieve that. The fourth is recruit at least 3 new distributors each month. You want to keep re-ranking to maiden every single month. That is the way that you're going to build, and that is the way that you're going to grow. 3 or more qualified distributors every single month. Don't just rely on the team that you already have. You yourself have to continue to work your business if you want to grow. And then be there as a support system for the downline that you do sponsor. Make sure that you are helping them. Make sure you're checking in with them. Make sure you're teaching them all that you need to and all that they need to know so that they can be good distributors themselves. And then the yearly musts are you have to attend 2 events. So 2 events to qualify. I suggest at least seminar and leaders conference. I love all the events, but those 2 are the big ones. Those are the musts. But I recommend going to as many events as you possibly can. Show up to go up. If you expect to get anywhere in this business, you have to show up and you have to be there in order to go up. So now I'm going to break it down for you a little bit and make it a little bit easier to understand what exactly you need to do. In order to earn the trip for yourself, you have to earn 50,000 points. Now remember, points equal PV. So points are talked about as DV, and they are equal to the PV placed by your downline. Now I'm going to break it down for you and tell you exactly what you need to do in order to earn this trip. Now, I would start recruiting ASAP. Start signing people up as soon as you possibly can, because the sooner you sign them up, the more time you have to earn points based on their sales. So if you sign people up in the very first quarter of the qualifying year, which is October to December, then all you need to do is sign up 9 people that are going to max out each quarter, and you will well over earn your trip. 9 people that are going to order 1,500 PV each quarter. So that's 500 PV a month. You have a maximum earning potential of 6,000 points per girl for the entire year. So all you need is 9 of those girls and you will earn the trip for yourself. As the new quarter turns over, your maximum earning potential goes down to 4,500 PV because you've taken off that first quarter. So then you obviously need to sign up more girls. If you don't start recruiting until phase 2, which is January to March, you would have to sponsor 12 distributors that are going to max out at each quarter. The easiest way to figure out how many downline you need to sponsor based on the time of year that you sign up and that you start recruiting is by taking 50,000 and divide it by the max earning potential for the rest of the year. So if you are not signing up anyone up until, if you don't sign anyone up until April, that's already halfway through the year where you could earn the trip, then you only have a max of 3,000 PV or 3,000 points per distributor that you sponsor to earn this trip. So if you take 50,000 PV, 50,000 points and divide it by 3,000, then starting in April, you would need to sponsor 17 distributors that are going to max out. Now remember, this is assuming that each distributor is going to max out at that earning potential. That is very unlikely that each person that you sponsor is going to jump in, go hardcore, and max out at the 1,500 points per quarter. So you are going to want to over-sponsor. You want to sponsor as many people as you possibly can. Sponsor the masses and you'll develop the stars. Basically focus on sponsoring as many people as you can, building that first slide wide and strong, and teaching them to do the same, and you are well on your way to earning the lip strip.